So after spending a decade as the nation's top-selling distilled spirit, Smirnoff Vodka has been knocked out by Austin's own Tito's handmade vodka.
See ya.
How about that?
Adios.
That's some great news right there. Now, according to the International Wine and Spirits record, Tito's saw a 20% increase in sales just last year.
Isn't that awesome?
Making it the number one selling alcoholic beverage in the United States.
Yes.
That's
all
a big deal,
started
man.
by a guy named Tito Beverage.
That's right.
How weird is that?
Well, there you go.
Last name was Beverage. He only had one choice.
Yeah.
He had to get in the beverage business.
That's right. You got to.
Nothing else he was going to be able to do.
You a Tito's vodka guy?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not against it, but Deep Eddy or Tito's is my choice.
Absolutely. I'm a Deep Eddy guy, the Deep Eddy Ruby Red, as you very well know.
Does Tito Beverage still own the place?
That I'm trying to determine
Gotcha.
because I think Deep Eddy had been sold. They're still made here and all of that, but I don't know if it's still him or them or what. But nonetheless, it's a local company that done really, really good.
Is there a difference in the taste between the cheap stuff and Tito's?
Do not ask me.
I mean, with vodka, it all tastes the same to me, unless it's a flavored vodka.
It does me too. And as far as just regular vodka, straight vodka, it's good. I'll have it in other cocktails and things like that, but I'm not necessarily a guy that can sit down and just drink straight vodka.
No, I don't think anybody is. You got to be in college for that.
And Russian.
You got to be Russian or in a fraternity.
Yeah,
to do that
either way. But or straight vodka and sparkling water or anything like. No, I got if it's part of a vodka martini or something like that, that's one thing. But so I don't know. But all I know is that those that are in the know obviously know that Tito's is the best.
Yeah.
I'm Don Pryor.
Now, when you and Rhonda are tying one on and going to a truck and tractor pull, what is the drink of choice at the Don Pryor family?
Well, it is Deep Eddy Ruby Red. Nothing against Tito's,
and
but that's
What do you put that in? The Deep Eddy Ruby Red. What do you add that to?
I add it to club soda, or I add it to Topo Chico.
Try adding that to tea. A glass of iced tea, some sweet tea.
The Ruby Red?
Yeah, try that. Try that.
Sweet tea?
Try that, man.
A lot of sugar, man.
You try that. Well, don't use sweet tea. Use an unsweet tea then. Yeah, try that. But yeah, you'll jump up on a table and shake your biscuits.
That's almost the daily cocktail.
Yeah.
That's almost the daily cocktail. One of those, and I'm good.
Got a text message here that says, buy the cheap vodka and run it through a Brita filter a couple of times, and it tastes like the expensive stuff.
Okay.
That's what he heard from a friend.
All right. In other words, like pure rubbing alcohol.
I guess so.
I don't know.
But
good for Tito's.
A major online retailer may have its eyes on Pflugerville, Texas. Yeah, this week the city council approved a rezoning request for more than 93 acres of land. This is on Pecan Street, or as some say, Pecan Street.
Yeah, well.
Known as the Project Charm, planning director Emily Barron says it's a prime location.
Pecan is an arterial that runs through our community, and this is not far from the SH-130 corridor or FM-685.
Yeah. Now, according to the Austin Business Journal, the facility proposed for that site is a 3.8 million square foot Amazon distribution center, a fulfillment center. The city has not confirmed the company name, but citing a non-disclosure agreement, but that's the word. Amazon's going to have a new fulfillment center.
Well, obviously that's massive. I mean, a lot of it speaks for itself. The amount of jobs that's going to mean and everything that could pop up around it.
Are they good jobs?
It's, you get mixed reviews about that.
You
don't
do. I mean, working in one of those warehouses is pretty hot.
Yeah.
They have a lot of demands,
sure,
requirements, meeting certain quotas.
But they'll fill them. The thing is,
what's wrong with being required to meet a quota?
Right.
On the job.
Exactly.
That's kind of the job.
It tends to work pretty well for businesses.
And if you can't meet the quota, somebody else probably could.
There you go.
Yeah.
So good job, bad job, whatever it is, it's jobs, and they will fill those jobs, and those jobs will be in big demand. And that will be an absolute game changer in so many different ways, in a lot of ways that we can't even predict.
It's a positive overall.
Overall, man.
But if Amazon moves in, hires 500 people at that pay range, it'll be bad for the local restaurants.
Well, okay.
Because it'll make the labor market a whole lot tighter. So for other businesses in that area, it's probably a double-edged sword. Oh, great. More people coming to town. That means more people shopping locally and, going to the dry cleaners and restaurants. Oh, but they might steal my best employees?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
But at the same time, other businesses will open up. It'll also bring more people to the area. it's going to be a mixed bag. There's no doubt about it. There will be businesses that will lose good employees, and at the same time, I think you'll see new businesses pop up as a result.
Hang on a second. Steve's up in Round Rock, and he's got a Tito's vodka recipe real quick.
Oh, thank you.
Steve, please, go ahead.
Hey, you get you some Shiner Ruby Red.
Mm-hmm.
Shiner Ruby Red.
That's what he said.
Yes.
What is that?
Shiner Ruby Red beer, and you take a couple swallows out of it, and then you put a shot of the Deep Eddy Ruby Red vodka on top of that.
Yeah.
And it extenuates the
Sounds like you've been drinking some of that this morning.
Well, yeah, kind of. No. I should have my way to work.
Oh,
I'm
same
thinking about
thing.
it. You guys wet my palate for it this evening.
Yeah. Well,
So-
don't wait till this evening, man. Drink on the job.
Shiner Ruby Red?
Sure.
You've never seen that? Yeah, it's on the shelves. It's good. It's in the cooler at the HEB.
So everybody's got a Ruby Red now.
Pretty much.
If you have a beverage, you got to have a Ruby Red.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's that recipe? Say it again.
It's Shiner Ruby Red, and then you take a couple of drinks of it, and then you put a shot of the Deep Eddy Ruby Red vodka.
It accentuates
on top of
the.
it.
Yeah.
What is the result?
Bad decisions?
Exactly.
If you have too many, yes, but it's kind of like tequila. It'll sneak up on you if you don't watch yourself.
Oh, man. Tequila will,
So
man.
the result is waking up the next morning saying, "Who the hell are you?"
Exactly.
Oh,
It's kind of like adding a lemon or a lime to a beer a little bit, but also the sweetness of the vodka, the Ruby Red vodka, just insinuates it even that much more.
The last time Don drank that much vodka, somebody walked up to me and said, "Would you like a man?"
You like a man? Long story.
Long story.
Long story.
But she was a man,
she was a man.
and it confused you.
Long time ago.
You have a lot of questions.
Very long time ago.
Right.
So
Was this in Boys Town?
it was Boys Town. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking back in 1984. 84.
What
I was
happens in Boys Town?
23. Nothing good.
Yeah.
Lot of no, I wasn't there. I
of
wasn't
bad decisions.
I wasn't there as a customer. I wasn't looking
That's-
for product.
That's what they all say.
no. Well, I was. We were
just
in the
kicking the
bar.
tires?
We were just seeing what it was about.
Just having a cocktail.
And one of the employees.
And when you say cocktail, you say
yeah, and there was probably a tail as well. Yeah,
bubblegum tuna.
both.
Yeah.
Anyway,
624 here on the Todd and Don Show. President Trump has signed phase one in this trade agreement with China. Did that yesterday. And it includes about $200 billion in Chinese purchases of American goods over the next 2 years. Here's Vice President Mike Pence.
We believe the Chinese have dealt with us in an honorable way. But make no mistake about it, it's been the leadership that President Trump has brought to this, beginning with that relationship with President Xi. I mean, in this president, the American people have a leader that understands when you're dealing with the wider world, it starts with establishing a relationship.
Yeah, this is good news. This is progress. And with more on your money in the world of business, here's money reporter Jessica Ettinger.
China pledges to buy a total of $200 billion of goods and services over what it bought from the U.S. in 2017. And President Trump says while some tariffs were rolled back, others will remain.
I'm leaving them on because otherwise we have no cards to negotiate with, and negotiating with Leo is very tough.
The trade deal takes effect in 30 days. Here's White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow on CNBC.
This is a pro-growth deal. In fact, we think it's going to add to the growth of our economy by at least a half a percentage point in 2020 and 21.
But the deal does have its critics.
You know, I served 3 years in China, and we've seen lots of agreements by the Chinese, and the Chinese really don't live up to them.
That's former U.S. Ambassador to China, Max Baucus, on CNBC.
All right, Jessica Ettinger reporting there.
and Jeff Schumer says, "Stop with your victory lap, Donald Trump. You got to get back to work. You got to get back." He said it's not enough. He says this.
Who
is
said that?
Schumer. Yeah, he said
Chuck
stop.
Schumer.
Chuck Schumer.
Chuck
Chuck
Schumer.
Schumer
Yeah.
said this is not that big of a deal. You can do better than this. This is a minor thing, and stop your victory lap.
Yeah. Well, they can't.
That's good for everybody.
They can't let the president make you progress on
No,
anything.
No,
anything.
they can't. No, they can't. And of course,
If Donald Trump had a press conference today that said he enjoyed oxygen, their faces would turn blue.
The Todd and Don Show.